Hey, it's E over here. Thank you for checking out this video. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about setting up your e-commerce site. We're going to use Shopify as the platform to set everything up. What's cool about Shopify is you have a 14-day trial without having to put in any credit card or any information. The only thing you can't do, besides everything else, is actually start selling on the site, on your site, prior to putting in information for them to bill you. But what's cool about it is you can get your hands wet prior to actually giving them your information and getting billed, right? So that's what we want to do. We're going to start from the beginning. We're going to go real slow. I'm going to teach you guys everything, and in the future, on the next videos, we'll talk about how we can enhance your site for better conversions and what it takes to really bring in that customer and retain the customer with your site. And that's going to happen through some applications that we can use by adding it to our site, and also using Facebook ads and Instagram and cool graphics, where to get the graphics, if you're doing videos, how to shoot your videos, all that good stuff. But today I just want to focus on getting everything going, show you how easy it is, just so you know that anybody can do this, okay? Let's go ahead and just dive right in. And if you guys like what you see, go ahead and definitely subscribe. If you guys want to give Shopify just a trial, go ahead and I will have a link somewhere here to where you can go directly to the site, log in your information, give them your email, put in a couple of fields that you have to fill out, and then you'll be up and running if you want to follow along. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and dive right in. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and head over to shopify.com, right there, and you're going to go ahead and say, let's get started, right? And since I already have multiple accounts, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my existing accounts, but what I will do is test Shopify. So test Shopify. Okay, we can't use that as a test. Alright, so if you guys don't know, what you could do here is if you have an email, so let's say your email is michaelb@gmail.com. What's cool with Gmail is instead of here, let's say, so you have Michael B, it'll be Michael B. If you add the plus sign, and anything after the plus sign is not going to really, it's not going to really pick up. What it's going to do, it's going to forward all these emails to your original email. Once I add that plus sign, that doesn't exist, but I can set up multiple stores using that, and this is just to give you guys an idea of how to get started. Just a cool little tip I thought you guys would be interested in. And we're going to go ahead and create the store. Just give it a second. It's just installing everything to get you going. Are you already selling? We're going to say I'm not selling products yet, right? Do you have something to sell? So as of now, we don't have anything to sell. So I'm just going to say no, I'm just playing around with Shopify, right? Doesn't matter what you put in here, you're still going to have the same access to every tool, whether you choose option 1, 2, or 3. So it doesn't really matter. How much revenue does your business currently make in a year? We're going to go ahead and say $0. I'm just getting started. And we're going to go ahead and press next. Over here, we can just put in EJ, and we'll put, let's see, what? California. Let's go down here. Phone number. We can put, just leave it 000. Leave that blank. How about that? Oh, I guess you can't leave it blank. 000 000 000 000 000. And we can change that later on. This is just to get us going. Oh. Just go ahead and right zip code. All right, so we are in, and this is going to be your main dashboard, right? So this is going to be the first thing you're going to see when you set up your account. And if you look a little closer, here to the left is your navigation, and I'll just run through them really quick. So you click on your orders, it'll show you if you have any orders in the queue or anything sold. It'll show you any abandoned checkouts, which is cool. So if you have anybody that's buying something and putting it in the shopping cart and at time of checkout decides, you know, hey, I don't really want this item, or for some reason something comes up, maybe their baby starts crying or whatever the case may be, you know, their computer crashes. Anyway, what it allows you to do is you can retarget those people as well. And it also shows you what items are maybe possibly being added more. So you can use that to your advantage, kind of to see if people are going through the process, but getting to that point and saying to themselves, you know what, I just don't feel comfortable. Maybe it's the price, or it's the site, or it's the information, or the description. Anyway, again, this is just for beginners. We'll run through everything in another video. If you go to your products, this is where you're going to be adding your products to your site. So you'll come in here right now. As you can see, we don't have anything in our page, right? So there's nothing. But if you did want to go ahead and add a product or an item in there, all you'd really do is you'd go ahead and press add product, which we'll talk about a little further in this video. You'd add the product and all the information in there, boom. You can manage your inventory through transfers. You can see what you have and how many you have of them. The collections. So let's say, for example, I am doing men's apparel, right? And I want to have different collections. I want to have a shirt collection. I want to have pants collection. I want to have maybe headwear accessories. Men's jewelry. So you'd go ahead and you'd add that all in right here, right? And you create a collection, really simple. And then over here is your collections page. And this is really cool. This is kind of how you're going to structure your navigation around the site, right? So what you're going to do, for example, you're going to hit on your collection. And you're going to go ahead and let's say we have, we're doing a dedicating for men's fashion site, right? And we're gonna have different categories. We're gonna have men's shirts, men's pants, men's headwear and hats, and men's jewelry. So what you would do is, this is the section that you would use. You'd go ahead and create a collection. And let's say men's shirts, right? We're gonna manually select the product, and we're going to go ahead and save that collection. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check back here. I'm going to see I have my men's shirts. For the sake of the video, I'm going to go ahead and add one more just to have it in there. I'm going to say men's headwear. Or you know what? Say men's pants. Again, we're going to manually select the product, and we're going to go ahead and save the collection. So if I go ahead and look at my site's navigation, what it's going to show me, again, is going to have the home page. It's going to have men's shirts. It's going to have men's pants. So right there, I've created a little navigation system that'll help me sort items and allow customers to easily navigate through the site and finding items that they need without having to sort through a bunch of different items. You know, you don't want the hats and the shirts and the pants and the jewelry all mixed together on one page. You can do that, but it makes it a lot easier if you set it up where they all have their own categories or their own collections. Gift cards, these are really cool. What you can do here is you can start selling gift cards. You don't have to carry the gift cards on hand. All you do is you'll go ahead and create a gift card. You'll use a graphic that you've made or you've purchased somewhere or have hired somebody to do, and you can sell gift cards online without having to hold the merchandise, and it's really no loss to you at all. You're not buying plastic and having to carry inventory and ship it out or anything. It's just a gift card. When somebody signs up for it, they can purchase you can set it up for an amount, or if you have any amount, and when they purchase it, an email will be sent to them, or if they're gifting it, sent to the person they're gifting it to with a coupon code. And that gift code will then be able to be used in the site when they purchased items from your store. And again, they have to use that card within your store. We did the products. Okay, so customers, this is where you're going to see kind of a list of people that have signed up with you, whether it's through purchasing at the time of purchase, you've collected their information, and you've gathered their emails and their names, or if they opt in to sign in for a newsletter or just opt in for an email to keep updated. This is the place. This is where you're going to see everything. It's going to give you the list of people's emails, where they're at, and all that good stuff. This is probably your bread and butter right here. This is where your money is. And then your reports. Your reports are going to show you a breakdown of your sales, right, or your visitors. And again, we'll talk about this in a later video, but real quick, it's basically your sales. It'll tell you sales by the month. We don't have any right now, but if you clicked on it, you can see, we're at $0, right? We have no sales. We're brand new, so we're not gonna worry about that right now. Go back to reports. Okay, we did that. Discounts is a place where you can create, if you're going to do, for example, an ad, right? You're going to do a Facebook ad, or you're going to send out an email, or you're going to do a MailChimp ad. And again, we'll talk about that in other videos. But you can add the discount, right? And let's go ahead and pretend we're going to create one real quick. And we just go ahead and enter the name of the discount, right? Maybe the spring 25% off, and that'd be the name of the discount code that they'd have to enter at the time of checkout. You can use dollar amounts to give them a certain amount of dollars off. You can give them by percentage off, or you can just offer free shipping. And then you can put in the amount here, and then you can choose if you want it to apply to the whole site, so for every item in your website, or if you wanted to apply to orders over a certain amount, or maybe just to a certain collection. Maybe you're just focusing and saying, hey, you know what, I'm having a sale on my beanies because we're moving into summer and they don't move so well, so we're going to have an item on beanies for men that's going to be on sale. You can do it on a certain product, so if you have one product that is just not doing too good for you, you're just really trying to move it out, you can kind of use these discounts to entice customers to really feel confident about purchasing this product for such a good price. And then of course you can use it by the groups, product variants. Anyway, we're going to go into that at a later time. We're going to come here to your online store. So this is where you're going to start with pretty much setting up your page. Okay, and you have themes here, your blog posts, additional pages that you're going to add, how your navigation is going to be set up, the domain names that you are going to have to link up the Shopify account with / a .com, which I definitely recommend. You don't want people going up to your store and saying test store for e.myshopify.com / right. What you want to do is that'll be your view when you log into the account, right? When you log into Shopify, but you want to go ahead and redirect that to maybe store for e.com, and this is where you do it. You do that right here in the domains. Preferences is where you're going to set up a couple of key items. We'll go over that, but real quick, I'm just going to show you how to set up a theme. That's the thing we're going to do right now. So right now we have a basic theme. And if you want to see what themes they have available to you, they have free ones and then they have paid versions as well. I recommend starting with a free one and just to get your feet wet and kind of get comfortable with how to use things. And you'd go visit theme store right here at the top right. This will take us into the theme store, and what you'll see down here is you can choose all themes. You can choose free themes. So if you just want to view only the free themes that they have available, you click on that. If you want to view only the paid themes, you click on that. You can choose the industry that you're trying to maybe be into, so they can they'll show you a list of themes that go along with maybe men's fashion, or jewelry or clothing right there. And then you can sort by like anything else, most popular, price, and alphabetically. But for the sake of our store, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna check out a free theme. And we're doing a men's fashion. That looks pretty cool. Alright, that looks pretty cool. This one's really nice and simple, really clean, and you can actually do a lot of things to modify it. So even though it looks good now, you can actually enhance it by adding your own graphics and really just digging down into that. And we'll go into that again another time. But I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and choose this thing. And I'm gonna choose, they have two different versions. They have a light theme, and then they have it's a kind of a darker, not darker, but a little more on the peachy side, different layout. But I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the light theme, and I'm gonna go ahead and start with this theme. Our Shopify store. Go ahead and put that here. Publish it. So right now what it's doing is it's installing all the backend into your theme, and we're going to go ahead and check it out. Alright, so boom, it is there. We have just set up a new theme in our Shopify page, Shopify store, right? And if we want to go a little further, I won't go too deep into it, but if you want to go a little further into viewing it, you can customize it here. We're going to go ahead and check that out just in a second. But what's cool about this is you can see how it's going to look on a person's computer, and you can also see how it's going to look on a person's phone. And nowadays, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I do majority of my surfing, buying, all that good stuff on my phone, and to have a site that's really easy to navigate through my phone makes me want to stay there longer, or it doesn't shun me away and say, oh, I just this is too complicated, I'm gonna move on to another one and I have to zoom in here. And it's just really nice that they set it up like this. And what you do here, we'll come back to that. We did that. Okay. Here in the settings, so also if you want to add apps, so they have really cool apps, right? So let's go ahead and click on here. We're gonna go back to the other part in a minute. What's cool about these apps is they allow you to do a bunch of things. You can do things from, I mean, right off the bat, look, cool image magnifier, right? So you'd probably hover your finger, your pointer over an image, and it just probably magnify that image for a better view. That's an app that you can actually install onto your store. Some of them are free, some of them are trial basis, and some of them are actually paid. You got to pay to use them. And let's say, what is this? Grow your email list with free customizable pop-ups, exit into banners, and bulk coupons. Sync with your existing email marketing tools. That's cool. So, you can collect people's emails. You can do a pop-up, bars, and banners. If you want to optimize your search engine optimization, right? Boom, there's an app for that. Increase traffic from Google image search by automatically generating alt tags for your product images for free. And again, I'll go through all that in another video. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. And so that's where your apps are. Again, you can sort through them. You can pick a certain category that you're trying to do. Maybe you're trying to do for marketing, or you're trying to do for images, or whatever the case may be. This is where you find them. All right, so we're going to go back here and go into our settings. And in our settings, here's our general. This is the name of our store, which we can change. All right. This is the email that we use to enter information. We know that. The store address, boom, boom, boom. Standard format, you're going to pick the time and the weight unit you're going to use, pounds, ounces. And then, for example, you're going to come down here into your settings, into your payments. You're going to see that you can take Shopify payments using credit cards, and PayPal, Amazon payments, alternative payments if you have any. Which they have a bunch. Manual payments, and what's cool here, well, not cool, what you need to do here to get everything going eventually is you're going to have to enter some information, whether it's your PayPal account and your bank routing and account number, right? So when you do have a purchase online or a sale, you're going to make sure that you're getting that money deposited into the account that you've set up on that page. At the time of checkout, these are really easy. Customer, okay, yeah, we know that. Okay, so you could choose when a customer is about to check out, right? You can say, hey, I want your last name, or you can say, I want your first and last. If you can get your first and last, that's awesome, right? So what you're doing here is you're collecting information, you're collecting data. And this data is going to be your ammunition, and it's going to be how you target and how you send mass emails and newsletters and maybe new product launch. And you want to just reach everybody. So the more information you have about a person, the better, right? So if you don't know anything about me, you wouldn't know how to get a hold of me. But if you have my first name, my last name, my phone number, my email, maybe even my address. You have so many other ways that you can target me as a customer and keep me interested and keep me coming back and potentially buying more and more and building that connection, right? Company name really doesn't matter. You could hide that, but you can show it if you want, or you can put optional. Here you're going to get their address. You're going to get their phone number. And this was checking out. Okay, order processing. That'll match with their shipping address. You could ask for permission for them to receive promotional emails. This is really cool. So again, that's when you're going to be targeting and doing stuff like that. And this is after an order has been fulfilled and paid for. You can either automatically archive the order, right? So it'll be automatically considered as a closed order. It's removed from the open order. I usually leave it open so I can manually do a few things. Unless you're selling like an ebook or something, then it just automatically will shoot them back confirmation, maybe with the link to where they can download your book. Here you can include your refund policy if you have a refund policy. If you don't, you can actually it'll generate a sample refund policy, boom, right there, and you can change it up however you like. Privacy policy, same thing. You can generate your own. They can generate one for you, or you can customize one to fit your site. And terms of service, same thing, really straight and simple, right? And then of course you want to make sure that you save everything after you've done it, so you're not having to redo everything from scratch. Let's go on into the shipping. This will tell you the shipping origins. Obviously, we're shipping it from the address that we entered initially by setting up the account. This will give you the shipping zone and rates, labels. You can actually print labels if you have a certain label that you have machine. You can actually print them right there, boom, if you wanted to. packages. Okay, carriers. You could manage carriers, and these are who you're using to ship maybe your products. And if you're doing drop shipping, you can actually connect drop shipping with your site, and that is a video on its own. And I know you guys have seen a lot of videos of how drop shipping works and the way people are using it, possibly, for example, connecting with AliExpress to have them ship your product as soon as somebody buys something from your site, right? And guys, it's amazing. It's a really good way to build a business. And you're not building a brand right off the bat, you're building a business. And it's, once you get really familiar with it and how to target your audience and how to use Facebook ads and how to use Instagram and how to use certain automated applications online, whether they're free or paid subscriptions, it can be very lucrative, or it can be just, you know, an extra couple $100 maybe for the month, or you know, that'll pay your car payment or your insurance payment, or you know, just it's your fun money. Save it toward the end of the year and take your wife and your kids out, if you're married, on a little vacation, or just do whatever you want. It's just extra money, and there's no limit. You can make a lot of money, you can make a little bit of money, you can make no money if you don't know what you're doing. But that's what we're here for. We're gonna teach you everything. And taxes, of course, that's where you set the taxes from within your state. Notifications. Okay, so these are where you'll have certain templates and order confirmation. For example, somebody buys something on your site, they get an order confirmation automatically sent right back to them, and this will give them maybe thank you for your recent order. We've received your information. We are processing it, and we will email you with tracking information as soon as we have it. Thank you for choosing blah 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 blah. Right, so it's automatically doing that in the background. You don't have to sit there and respond to everybody. If somebody cancels the order, same thing. It'll be an automatic response. Hey, sorry to see that maybe, you know, that you canceled your order. Please accept this 15% off coupon, for example, right? You want to keep that business. Refunding orders, that's an automatic responder. Shipping, we all know about shipping. That's easy. We don't need all that. Okay. Now, also, whenever you add a product, you're going to obviously be adding images and other files, right? And they're all put into one place, and they're put right here in your files. These are where, after I add a product, all my images are going to be. So if I ever need to come back to them, or I need to find them, they're going to be right here. And you can upload from here, or you're going to view from here. So really easy. Let's see here. Okay, we don't have anything there. Okay. I mean, guys, that's really it in a nutshell. That's the starting. You know, we're up and running. Let's go ahead and go back over here like we showed you, right? We're going to go to online store. We're going to go to our themes. Now, I was going to talk to you guys a little bit about customizing your theme. So if you come over here and you customize theme and you say, you know what, I want to change a few things right off the bat. I'm going to go ahead and go into my header, which is right here. You're going to have a section for your header, your sidebar, which is your navigation, your featured collection, which is you'll be able to feature a collection. So if you want to feature your headwear for the top of the home page, this is where you would set that, right? You want to talk about your brand, that'll be towards that bottom. You can maybe put some nice information there and welcome people to your site, and give them a little bit description about who you are and what you're about. And then this is your footer. Obviously, you know, that's what you're going to find at the bottom, but let's just say, for the sake of the header, so over here, this is test store for E. That's what we put initially on in our main initial setup, right, when we're setting up the store. Test store for E. And over there, what I like to do usually is I like to put an image in there. And I think it makes it more professional. It brings people, it makes a person feel comfortable, like these guys have gone a long way. It's not just some basic page that's up. And I'm weary of buying from this guy because I'm not sure if it's real or not, but this is where you would do it, right? So if I had an image, for example, let's say I went and go ahead and I put in an image. Let's just say for the sake of it. Right, so this is a logo that I made, and I wanted to go ahead and insert it in there, and now that'd be my home also. So if I was on my catalog page and I came here, if I click back here, it'll take me back home, which is cool, right? And you can center this, you can maybe make a bigger one, nice kind of banner style heading, but guys, just looking at it like that makes it that much better. And last but not least, let's go ahead and save that. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to the Shopify store that we have. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to add one product real quick, just so you guys can get an idea. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go into our products. I'm going to add a product. Over here, I'm going to say men's shirt, white, men's white shirt, right? Men's and here the description of item. Right, so that's a description of item, and you're going to go into detail more on that, but that's just kind of basic. And then over here you'd come and let's say we're going to go ahead and use that same picture, but let's go ahead and open here. Let's make it easier. I'm just gonna go ahead and save one real quick, just as an example. These aren't ones I'm selling by all means. So let's say I have that guy. I'm gonna go ahead and copy that image. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and save that image. I'm gonna save them on my desktop for now. Boom. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and upload the picture, right? We saved it in our desktop. Right there. And you could add multiple images here at a time. You can trash it if you don't like. If you do have more than one picture, you could actually substitute what you want to be as the main picture for that item. Over here, you're going to come in and we're going to say 1995 is the picture, for example. And you can put any price you want. And your compare to price is $29.85. And the reason I put a compare to price, guys, is everybody wants a deal, right? Everybody likes to feel like they got a deal. And this allows them to get that gratification of, hey, I'm coming up a little bit, and I feel confident about this purchase. If you have a SKU, if you have a bunch of them, and you can put it right here, your SKU number, your barcodes, tracking inventory, you can track it, and not track it through Shopify, or you can have Shopify track it. I always say Shopify tracks this product, right? How many you have in stock? Let's say I have 6 of those in stock. I don't want people to purchase this product when it's out of stock because I don't want to build bad relationships, so I won't click that. This product requires shipping. Here I'd enter the weight of the shirt, right? And here if I had any variants, for example, add a couple of different sizes, right? We'll say medium, and then press a comma, large, comma, XL, comma, XXL, comma, and it's already creating that right down here. Isn't that cool? and you can change the price. So if your XXL large costs you a little more to make than the medium, you know, you could change this, let's say for $24.95, and you only have 3 of the extra large pieces. Boom, it's in there. Over here, product type, they're shirts. My vendor is maybe, let's say, Mike's shirts. So you can keep them categories. So if you have a bunch of Mike shirts, you know, that'll be your vendor. You'll match that up to the vendor. In your collection, I'm using men's shirts. Those are now, if you guys remember, we added 2 things to the collection. We added the men's pants and the men's shirts, right? And I was telling you how this is going to help you structure your site and create a flow, and for ease of people to get through. And we're not selling, this is not a pants, this is not a pair of pants, this is a men's shirt. So I'm going to go ahead and say men's shirt. I might also have, you know, another collection that says men's, and it'll just be everything men's. And over here, this is really cool. I will tag the hell out of this thing. I will do men's, man, right, shirts, button up, and I'll add as many tags, keywords that I could associate this item with right here in my tags. So when people do a Google search for, let's say, button up, and it'll be in my site. So, you know, I've had it optimized. I'm optimized. This is part of, you know, optimizing your site to make sure you're getting some traffic, and Google's able to crawl your site to find it. And that's the way I do it. And I will populate this area here with as much tags or keywords as I can to ensure that I have a good chance of being found online. And so everything looks good here. We got our images, boom. And I'm gonna go ahead and save that. And if I come back here and I go to my online store now, I can see I have a men's shirt, right? Men's white shirt. If I go collections, oops, men's white shirt. I'm gonna go ahead and click in it, and it's gonna show me the variants that I added, right? I added medium, large, extra large, XXL large. Simple. And I'll go into variants a little more in detail next time. But for the sake of this video and not keeping it too long, which I already have, that's pretty much it, guys. So we showed you how to set up your online store using Shopify. I gave you kind of a little brief description of each item on the sidebar right here. I also showed you guys how to install a quick little logo for your head banner right here for your main page. And I also showed you guys how to really quickly upload and add a new product to your site. And guys, oh, and I also showed you how to set up your collections pages, right? Which we did together, and it was right here. And other than that, guys, I mean, I hope you guys like this video, and if you guys do, please subscribe at the bottom and ask me any questions or anything you may want, and I'd be more than happy to answer them. And please look forward to the next videos. If you like what you saw today, I definitely want to keep them going. If there's certain things that I'm not hitting up on, just go ahead and mention that, and we'll go ahead and maybe make a certain video to just tackle that thing that we're trying to figure out, right? As we go along, just enjoy the ride, and let's start making some stores and maybe making some money. Alright, you guys, I'll see you on the next video.